Market segmentation. So the goal of this workshop is to learn the advanced principle of psychographics and demographics. So here's what we're going to cover. The meaning of psychographics and demographics and what this means in relation to your target audience, how to segment your target audience, buyer behavior, and how this has effect on sales. Psychographics versus demographics. So your target audience means more than knowing their age, gender, and where in the world they are located. It means knowing all of that, plus whether they were university educated, what they like to eat on a Saturday night, and even what they watch on TV. This is what is called building a demographic and psychographic profile of your audience. You can also further segment your audience by looking at their geographics and segment them by behaviour. So in total, there are 4 ways to segment your audience: behavioural, geographic, demographic, and psychographic. First of all, you need to pick a niche, and my advice would be to not get too hung up on if it's the perfect niche for you at this moment, because you can always change it after. Remember, we're taking an agile approach, so we're not going to spend loads of time working on one particular thing. We're going to come up with the idea and we're going to test it. So being able to segment the market enables you to be a step ahead of your competitors who aren't doing this. So the ability to empathize gives you the key to unlocking the door to new customers. Segmenting will also allow you to clearly define which set of prospects you should target. Demographics. The first part of your research process is where you will look at the demographics, and this covers things like age, annual income, education level, type of occupation, region, gender. This is statistical based information. Facebook. When Facebook started out, they focused mainly on demographics between the age of 18 and 22. However, since Facebook has evolved, it's also now targeting other demographics and other market segments. Google's your best friend. You can find tons of information on demographics on Google. For example, if I'm wanting to target startup photography businesses, I would have a look online to see what information I can find about this particular demographic. I might type in something like photographer demographics or something similar. I'm looking for what information is already available to me. So there's a lot of companies out there who have already done a lot of demographic information. They've also done reports, there's statistics you can find online. So you don't have to come up and do your own research with this. You can just tap it into Google and see what's already out there. Geographics. We also look to segment by geographic location because different users within different locations will represent different characteristics. This is really important when you're trying to target people on social media. Geographics can focus on things like urban, suburban, and rural segments, or it can be segmented by cities, county, state, region, country, and international region. Target profiling. Have you ever just been sat scrolling on social media and all of a sudden you see a post that grabs your attention and you're like, oh my God, I need this. That is me. How did this person even find me? Well, let me tell you, this is not based upon your demographics. Likely the ad that you have seen has been targeted at you specifically due to your psychographic profiling. So let's move on to psychographics. So psychographics tend to go much deeper into really understanding how your users think, how they feel, what hobbies and interests they have, what sort of values and opinions they have too. They focus on personal attributes. It helps us to look at not just statistical and factual data, but also look into the personality type of the users we are wanting to target. Buying behavior. So buying behavior is also a very interesting area to look at and research thoroughly because there may be specific buying behavior patterns that are coming up for the audience who you want to target. So certain users may adopt certain habits when they are purchasing. Some may be consistent, for example, doing a weekly shop on a specific day every week, whereas others may be a little bit more ad hoc. Some users may be very specific and loyal to certain brands, where other users are open to change. By understanding the buying behavior of your users, you will have more success in generating sales. So your homework: complete your demographics and psychographics worksheet to gain more of an understanding of who you are targeting.